Hello everyone, Sylvan Bell coming to you live from San Francisco, California. It is February 13th, 2015, 4:33 in the afternoon, and we're talking about old school sales, all right? We're talking about old school sales processes and how they can help you and how they can hurt you. Now, one of them is the summary close, and you can combine this with a lot of stuff, and you know, some of this is accurate, but some of it's wrong, and I'll tell you why. And you know, I might get some pushback from other people, but that's okay, that's all right. You know, I was wrong a couple years ago, and I thought this was the best way to do things. Now, the belief is if you get somebody to keep saying yes, that they're gonna have a tough time of saying no. So if you're sitting with your buyer or client, you would get them to talk and you would say, hey, look, are you happy with my company? And they'd say yes, all right? And then you would say, you know, do you like the product or service that we have to offer? And they'd say yes. And then you'd say, do you like the warranties and guarantees? And they would say, yes, I do. And then you would just keep asking questions to get to a yes, and then you would combine another close with it, and then all of a sudden, magically, mysteriously, that person's supposed to go, you know, gosh darn it, I really want to buy your product or your service or your widget or your gizmo. Just, you know what, give it to me. But that's not really how it works in the real world. What happens is, as people are making the decision, they're constantly oscillating. And oscillation means that they're floating between yes over here and no over here. So they may say, hey, look, I really like it and I want to take it home, but my wife is going to kill me. I really like the product, but my neighbor is gonna say something. I really like what it is. My parents aren't gonna like that I bought this thing without consulting with them. So you have to deal with the oscillation. And just because magically, if you ask a bunch of yeses, it doesn't mean that that person's oscillation is stopped. So the better way to deal with this is paint the entire picture. And so what painting the entire picture would be like is saying, hey, look, you know, of course you could do nothing, right? And the person's gonna go, well, you know what, I don't wanna do that. Now, I get a lot of pushback from salespeople when I train them this and tell them, say, hey, look, you know, you could tell somebody they don't have to do anything, and they go, but if I tell them that, then they're gonna do it. And I'm sitting there going, hey, they're thinking it anyway, why not bring it up and get it off the table, okay? That's what your job is supposed to be at this point. Take it off the table so that they don't have that thing that they're caught up in, and just, you know, they're gonna admit to it. And if they're not if they're thinking about it, right, and they're gonna give you an objection, you're gonna pretty much know at this point. But here's the thing, if they're serious about fixing whatever their problem is or whatever's going on, they're gonna tell you, I'm not gonna pick that option, right? I work with a lot of technicians for heating and air, and I teach them this process. And you know, we go through and we talk about it, and then like all of a sudden, they come back to me, they're like, Scott, it worked like a magic. It was mysterious. I told them they could do nothing, and guess what? They said, I'm not gonna pick that option. I'm like, look, I wasn't making it up, and I'm not making it up for you. So the summary close can help you a little bit. It's not all entirely accurate. Just because you do it doesn't mean that you're gonna make the close. But if you're gonna do the summary close and get them to say yes, 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 you're really gonna have to tie it to another close, but you gotta be careful because it doesn't mean that they're gonna buy from you, okay? Now, if you could do a small favor for me in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story, that would be fantastic, right? I'm doing it to you right now. To the right or to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you gotta do? Subscribe, and then send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. I don't know, there's this thing called LinkedIn. You could do that too, right? Sun's coming out, you can check out the Golden Gate Bridge. Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.